Welcome back, people. Today we've got little Fiesta, timing belt, water pump, all that good stuff. And he said, just do your instructional video. Yes. Don't get me involved. Well, you know what I mean? Oh, you talk more than 3 words today, bro.
Getting me involved again, eh?
Do you know what I mean? I can't help drag him into it because it just makes it more hilarious, to be honest with you. So we're going to get on with this, and we'll see you in a sec. To get that off, need the engine cover off. Old professional man over here. Do you know what I mean? He's actually gone for the electric tools. And I tell you what, the amount of times we don't actually use electric tools, forget we got them half the time and then just end up doing it manually. It's weird. But when I was in a garage, literally used them all the time. So weird. Anyway, we'll be back. Well, we almost got stopped in our tracks, but fortunately we didn't, because the lock and wheel key was missing. You should get yourself one of these things. Lock and wheel key remover. Makes your life a whole lot easier, and it stops you from obviously needing to come back to a job, because they've had tyres on this recently, and they've obviously not put the key back in the car. The garage, whoever's done the tyres. What are you up to, Marv? Anything good, pal?
Just working.
Oh, actually,
you know,
you're getting your work on, mate.
Just getting my work on.
Oh, well done. See, took the water bottle out of the way. It's just easier. Take them out your way. Obviously, cam cover's coming off next. Leads are all out, and then we'll be yeah, starting to pull it apart. So now I'm gonna get the wheel off. So now the cam cover's out your way. On the back of these cams, when we come to it, you need to stick a bar in the back of that, and that's how you time your cams up. But again, we'll show you that in a sec. So just take that off. So now your wheel's off, which is off now. You need to take this cover out. It's got 2 T30s. There's one here and there's one just up the front there, just so you can get to the crank pulley, and then yeah, see you in a sec. Yep, that's where they are. That's what I use. T30, just on that. I'd show you, but I need my hands back. See, that's what you're looking for. T30s or a flathead. Let's get that cover off. Now you can get to your crank pulley. The engine comes down. And he's making quite the racket up here, getting the engine mount off. So we'll have a little look at that. Too small. Actually, you're a bit roundy.
From one side of that, yeah.
Oh, a bit roundy. Yes. She likes the girth, mate, though. So yeah, that didn't work too well. Bit rusty, that one. So I need a little bit of a tippy tappy. Beautiful. There we go. Someone put Loctite on it.
They have Loctite on them.
Oh, do they on these ones? Yeah. Yes. No, you don't always see it on the engine mount bolts. Sometimes they have Loctite, sometimes they don't. I've not seen many that have Loctite on them. There we go, people. So that is the engine mount.
Break a bit.
Yeah, and be careful with these pipes as well, because these like to break very easy, those plastic pipes. There we have it, people. Engine mount out. So now we've got to get side mount out here, which is obviously you've got to unbolt your alternator, annoyingly. Those are stretch belts, stupid stretch belts on these, aren't they? I hate these ones. Stretch belts, while annoying. But it is what it is. So, unbolt your alternator, and then take your water pump pulley off, probably the easiest way of doing it. Get the belt off. And there is a specific tool for stretch belts, not that it really matters because we don't have one. And we're going to use, well actually I do have one actually, but it's not the correct one. It's for a Renault, but it actually works. What we are going to do, we're just going to cut the belt on this one, because we've got a fresh belt for it anyway, and it's a stretch belt, they're not to be reused anyway. So anybody doing these Ford Fiestas, just cut the belt off, it just makes life.
Oh, they didn't want the belt.
Oh, they didn't want the belt, oh that sucks. Well, alright, I'll glue it back together, mate, don't worry. So, right, I'm going to take you through an instructional video how to glue it back together, because they didn't want the belt actually, so yeah. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. They don't want a timing belt either, to be fair with you. They don't want a timing belt either. But yeah, so we've got a new belt for it, because we always tend to do those, and like I said, because this is a stretch belt, you're supposed to replace them every single time. Well, we have to now, so yeah, I guess we're going to have to go get one. Special delivery! So on these little Fiesta Zetec engines, I'm going to try my best to show you where the crank pulley lock is. It's literally down here. So obviously come to your crank pulley. It's just behind the drive shaft here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little 10mm bolt here. Just unscrew it a bit. So you see there? That is your where you lock the crankshaft off, because obviously this is also a floating pulley. I know we'd put one up the other day. This is a floating pulley, so you need to get it on its webbing. So you turn it till it locks off. Obviously the cams will lock off up the top, but do not let the cam pulley off. Do not let the crank pulley off, I mean, until that is locked. Otherwise you will regret it, I promise you people. So yeah, I'm going to take the alternator off now as well, which is just here. I'm going to get that out of the way because there is a bolt, I do believe, down the back here somewhere to get the engine mount off. So I'm going to take that off and we'll be with you. Here we go. Nice and easy. Handy when you've got electric tools. Makes life a million times bloody easier. You can do it by hand then. Way easier. Look at that. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. There we go. Easy bolt out there. Right, stick that right up there. And you see there's another bolt there that you need to get off. So with the alternator in the way, you can just let it sit and rest there. It ain't going to hurt you. And we're back in a sec. Just going to show you how we lock the engine off on this. So get the bar goes, flat bar goes in the back, through the back of the cams. And then obviously we turn the engine to where the pin now goes as you, let me see if I can get you in there. So you see the pin just sticking out there? So before that bar's about to line up, just get your crank pin ready, get it to land on the crank, and then you can slide your bar in. Then just make sure you get the crank locked off first, and that's it. And now we'll get the crank pulley off and we'll crack on with this. Right, now that's out of your way, old crank pulley. And if you look on this, see, look, there's literally no keyway on this. So floating crank pulley, that gives you access to be able to get that off, so where you can get the rest of the case off. And one thing you do need to make sure you do is get a spacer on the bolt, just extra, so when you need to turn the engine. Also put it back in, because that crank pulley does have a bit of wiggle room. Spin it back in, just obviously you don't want to bottom out the crank, and then just turn the engine so it's back on its webbing. Obviously you can lock the flywheel off as well if that's what you want to do. So that's back on its webbing now, I know it is. And then you know it's in the right position as well. So yeah, we'll be right back with you. For the top timing case, there's an 8mm down the back. So if you're looking for one, you can't get the timing case off. That'll be why. It'll just wipe you off. Camera gets very foggy, man, I tell you. And there you go. That's the timing case off. Just got to lift it up, get it out of there. There we have it. So, good old Harry's got the timing case out. Focus here, so take it a sec. So if you see here, that's the easiest way to show you is a bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, one there, and then obviously a couple up the top, and then there's this one round the back. That's the one I was referring to earlier. But you obviously got to get that off so you can get your engine mount off. So if you see here, got your engine mount bolts. There's 1, 2, I think there's about 3, and then there's one down the side which I've already taken out, just behind the alternator down there. So now we've got that off, get access to it, change our belt out real quick, and then yeah, job's a good one. So there's your hidden bolt, see it there? I put the socket on the end just so you could see it, because yeah, a little bit of a hidden one that was. Professional. Oh. There we have it, people. See it wiggling there? Get this mount out of here finally. There you go, look. It's shut in. There we have it, people. So, just to explain it to you, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Those are the alternator pegs. So you just pull them out with the E-bit. It's the easiest way of doing that. And now that we're locked off, literally just drop the drop the tensioner off, crack it off. Throw your new belt on after you put, well, we're putting a water pump on this, so obviously got to do the water pump as well. I'll show you that in a sec. So, whoops. There we go on the tensioner. Yeah, I don't tell you, you got nice hands, mate. You keep them nice and supple, do you?
Your mum does.
Oh, my mum does.
You know the crack.
Gotta wear the gloves though, man. Anyone that just says don't wear gloves and you're a pussy, nah. I don't want dermatitis, mate. I'm alright. I'd rather wear the gloves, mate, and protect my hands. My health is worth more than this job. You got it? There you go. Pinch that. Take the slack. Pull the boot off. There we go. Take out the slack. Pull the boot off. There we go, people. There's your timing beltings. Oh, it's stuck on the crank pulley.
And do them too as well.
And there you have it, people.
Just undo them too.
There you go. There's your old belt.
Yeah.
Can't really see. Looks alright, to be fair. It's been done in time. Everyone's a winner. We'd like to see. Diamond belting. Let's go for thumbnail. So I'm about to take the water pump off. If you do want to know what it is, I don't know if you can read that, but coolant pump for the bolts is 10 Newton meters on the torque setting. Just so you know, a bit of helpful information as we go. Get our water pump off now.
Secure and calling from DNE Auto, just returning a missed call we had.
Hello, mate. Yeah, big job, mate. Always these are, to be fair. But not a bad one. I like the Fiestas. Good little cars these are. There's your water pump, people. Out of there. I'm just going to clean it up and then we are good to go. Throw the new one on and then we're good. Newton meters, that's all you need. 10. Okay, let's go. Time to go. Right. I know what we got to do. Put time belt on. See that? All good, people. So yeah, I thought I'd show you. See that? That's what it's a floating crank pulley here. See that there? So we need to get your crank locked off. So that pulley there just spins like free until you put obviously the till you put the actual outer crank pulley on it, harmonic balancer, whatever you want to call it. Then it locks that off. But as the tensioner tightens up, it allows it to take the tension out. Well, pull the slack out of it basically. Anyway, back in a sec. Forgot to tell you as well. Need to crack your cam pulleys loose. So you get a spanner under here. See onto that part there. Square bit right there. One holds it, and then you pull it. And then yeah, job's done. See if we get enough. Got it? I need a bigger ratchet in there. Ready? And just like that. So you hold your cam, crack it loose, and then we go onto the back one as well then. There we go. So he's got to get his spanner on it, and we can crack it loose. Yeah, you may need to lower the engine just to get in there. I should do it. There we go. Ready? So now we've got the pulley freewheeling. So when you pull the pin on the tensioner, it pulls all that slack out of it. So you see here. And you replace your bolts at the same time. They normally come in the timing kit. Somewhere. Yeah, so you get new bolts on the timing kit. So make sure you replace them because, well, you've got them, so do it. It's recommended to do that anyway.
You don't need a pulley, mate.
Don't need a pulley, no.
You don't need a pulley.
Don't need a pulley. Don't need a pulley apparently either. So yeah, you know, all that malarkey. Get tension on as well. So we can just set that like that for now. Sound. Ready to go? Yep. Pull the pin now. Did it? Right, we're good now, yeah? We're okay. Okay. Torque it now. What's the got the torque on it? I'll get the torque on it. Just like that, people. Pin, pull, done. Time about tension of pulley, 25 Newton meters. There you go, sir. I'll be your tool bitch.
Oh, thank you.
No problemo. Click. Click, click. Look at that fancy dancing. So, camshaft gear wheel torque is stage 1, 30 Newton meters, then 60, and then 45 degrees. That one. Change 60. 60. That's 30 and this is 60. 60. Do this one. That 45 degrees is going to be hard. There we go. And then we're going to need to do 45 degrees. Ready? 30, 60, 45 degrees, and then we'll get our crankshaft pulley on once we've got a case on. Job done. Okay, alright, so should we get all this back together now? Oh, hang on, we've got to do the spinning first, don't we? Rotate the engine. So now, obviously, all that's done. Just got to rotate the engine a couple of times, just make sure nothing's clanging and banging together, and we will be good to go. I'm going to have to put the crank pulley on a sec. Okay. Anything interesting happening tonight, mate?
Not really.
No, still got more work to do, you know. Literally got about 3 more jobs to go to. Making for a long day. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I can't be arsed. He can't be arsed. It's home time already.
Did it?
You know what I mean? Can we just win the lottery already? Do you know what I mean? It'd be nice. Oh, in a bit, mate. Sound. He's off. So yeah, I guess I'll put this back together. I guess on my own. Nice to win the bloody lottery, wouldn't it? Oh, you going home in there, are you? Oh, look at that. Come on, mate. He's off. See you in a bit, mate. Bye.
Going home in the passenger seat.
Yeah, going home in the passenger seat. Fred Flintstone. Well, as it says in the instructions, you don't need to turn it over by hand, but we will do anyway. We're just going to build it up a bit so we can get the most of it together, because it didn't take that long to take apart anyway. Then we'll put our crank pulley on, so obviously it's no longer floating anymore, and it pins that actual crank pulley. So we started building it back up now, get the engine mount on, get the timing cover on, and we'll be good to go then, people. So, you do get a choice of bolts on these as well, so noisy. So, if you look down here, so our new bolts, obviously you get a choice of 3. 1, 2, 3. Obviously we need that one right there. Obviously we take that spacer off. Just make sure, obviously, you don't put the wrong one on, or you're going to be in a world of hurt, people. Yeah, I'm going to throw this crank pulley back on, torque it up, I'll be back with you in a sec. So the crank pulley is 100 Newton meters, then it's 90 degrees, and then it's wait 20 seconds, and then it's another 15 degrees. So if you do want to know, that's what you need to torque that up to there, which I'm going to do now, because it's going to be hard to show you this because I need to get in there. Peace. There we have it, people. Belt's all on, just got to put engine mount on now.
Water pump.
And we're pretty much there to go now. Just got to nip up the water pump. Because, well, he's asked me to do it. Look, if you got this far, don't forget to drop a sub just down here. I'll try and put all these figures on the screen for you as well. But yeah, so the M14, which is obviously the longest one and the fattest one, so it was 100 Newton meters to start with, then 90 degrees, wait 20 seconds, obviously it's a bit of a stretch bolt, and then it was 15 more degrees after that, and that should get you the perfect torque and your crank pulley, which we now have. It's all on. We can start, obviously, get the belt on, the last couple of bits, yeah, and job done. So, now that you've come this far, don't forget to put the, obviously, plug back in for where you put the crank pin, because if you don't do that, probably spit a load of oil out. That ain't going to be very helpful on your drive, is it? So, get that back in. Where I showed you earlier. Just in here. Hang on, I'll get my arm in somewhere. There we go. So, just in there, tighten that up. And we can put all our covers back on, put the wheel back on, and send it home. Also, obviously, now that we've got the alternator and all that back in, put the battery on. Obviously, we get a bit of battery in our lives because we had that disconnected when we took the alternator off. And we're going to stick some water in the bottle once Harry's got that in.
Just water, yeah?
Yeah, just water, mate. No one wants any coolant. It's not like the winter's coming or anything. But yeah, I mean, coolant, obviously, corrected as per, you know, says 3 words all day. Just has to correct me, doesn't he? That's okay. I still love him. He's still my best friend. I'm going to start singing to you again.
Why don't you do an instructional video on that stupid clip there?
Oh yeah, put those on. There you go, look.
Yeah, but then they get stuck.
And they get stuck. Because that's what they're like. Really annoying. But I'll have a go. I'll prove him wrong now. You wait. Such a professional, you know. Oh, you missed. Way to go. Just making a mess, bro. I don't know. That's pretty much the end of the job now. As long as it starts up, that is. As long as it starts up. Depends if Harry's timed it up enough right. Do you reckon you timed that up right enough? Is that water you're getting in there? Look at all the water he's pouring in there. Plenty of water going in there. That's all we need. A bit of water. Job done. There we have it, people. It's alive. Kicking. Just gonna let it obviously get up to temperature now. Let's see.
Good. Needs a bit of fuel.
But hey ho. What car doesn't these days? The amount they bloody drink. Holy cow. Ridiculous. Get both my hands back, mate. Do you know what I mean? We'll show you how to do this, old Harry. Yeah, we'll show you. Show you the trick. Get the bloody pliers to work, and we'll be all right. Alright, it's not working. Oh, did he go? Did he go? No, he didn't go. Normally you give them a bit of a twist or a bit of a bounce, they'll go. Clearly not on this occasion. Oh, they are stupid, aren't they? Okay, let me get
Great instructional video.
Yeah, it's going so well so far, people. There's this. Let me try this. Snip it on my fingers. No, that's not working, is it? There's a bloody daft, isn't it? A little bit of spray. Oh, this one. Stupid fucking clips. Excuse me. Yeah. Like that. Did it? Happy now?
Not really.
Oh. Did it? Click it, click it! Bloody 18, no, 19. Remember, always click them off. Peace. Well, that's that. Do you want to do the outro again, mate?
Ciao.
Impressive. Do you know what? You should be impressed, people. Do you know what? He's actually spoke 3 times. But anyway, if you did like that one, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. It's just down here. We need you people, as always. And also, the final piece was put to the puzzle. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.